So we just bought this house. What kind of USB port is that?
Okay, I'm just calling to make sure that we're officially old now. Okay, I'll spread the word. I didn't wake up and choose violence this morning. Violence chose me. So let's make a collect call and figure out where we went wrong. A young lady that works a lot like a seashell. If you put your ear to it, you can hear the cries of millions of Gen X and Millennials just sobbing right now as they realize that we are getting old. If you stay on long enough, it'll start playing a That's What I Call Music CD. Now children, gather around, crisscross applesauce, and I will educate you about the ancient times. In the ancient times, we didn't even call it crisscross applesauce. But that's a story for a different day. No, let's talk about the landline. Let's talk about the phone. See, imagine a family just having one phone. No personal phones or devices. The whole family shared that one line. If they wanted to call mom, they called that line. If they wanted to call dad, they called that line. You and your siblings, all your friends had to call the same line. And there was no caller ID. You never knew if it was going to be grandma, the bill collector, or the boy that you wanted to talk to. No, it just was the phone, and you answered it, playing a wild game of guess who. And it was that way for many, many years. But then came the internet, and it connected to the phone. The internet was in its infancy. You didn't have all the bells and whistles you have today. No, the internet, the computer, set in a place, usually next to the phone. And why it took you forever to get anything done on the internet. If the phone rang, it would kick you off. Arguments and debates that you would have with your parents. I'm sorry, Grandma, not right now. I'm trying to use the internet. The ancient times were like the Wild West, and I know it's hard to believe that some of us have lived through him, but it's a true statement. It's phone jack for when the phone was one phone. Join me tomorrow and we'll explain the phone book to where if you didn't have the number for the place that you wanted to call, you would have to look it up.